Greetings all. Well, last night I found myself having a dream, standing on the rim of a volcano crater and looking down and seeing spots of fire. Small spots, not a major eruption, just little bits of flame. Well, I naturally assume, since we've been getting earthquakes from Kilauea, that Kilauea was erupting. Small eruption, but it started erupting. Well, it's not at all unusual that I will dream the first scene in the morning news before I get up. That is the local news, usually. And, I got up and made myself a pot of coffee, drank some, and finally said, let's see what's going on out there. I clicked on the TV. Sure enough, I'm on the rim of a volcano crater, and there are small fires. But I had misinterpreted what I had been given. I assumed that it was Kilauea because we're all waiting for it to erupt, but nope. Haleakala, not erupting, burning. Yes, there's a brush fire on Haleakala. I saw pictures in the news of lines of cars from the top almost all the way down that had been held there from last night till 4 o'clock this morning before they'd let them through because of the fire. Some people were afraid they were going to run out of gas. I suppose if you were way up high, it was cold, and you were probably running your heater. Anyway, so it's dry. Yep, things are burning. It's dry. And the Puna rainforest, according to the National Weather Service, has now officially entered drought today. I kind of saw it coming. Well, it's wet over here, It's what we call it, a rainforest. It rains frequently. 120, 150 inches of rain a year over here. Not unusual at all. Well, when it starts drying out, the weather for a while at least gets just west of heaven. Yeah. When we don't get all that excessive moisture from the trade winds, this is probably one of the most benevolent climates on the face of the planet. It's fine if you don't mind rain, too, which I don't mind rain, so I really like it here. But rain means green plants. That's my business. But, when it starts drying out here, man, is it nice. Because, we're up here on the side of the mountain, never gets hot. It's 89 degrees, I believe, was the warmest temperature I have ever recorded up here, and that only lasted for an hour, usually. Summertime temperatures are, between the 60s somewhere at night and the mid-80s in the day, and the wintertime temperatures are pretty much down in the 50s and in the 70s during the day. It's very little variation. So it's a very pleasant climate when it stops raining, although I went through the nursery with a hose this morning. There's actually very little of the Big Island left that isn't in a drought stage at the moment. There's a little over there up on the Hamakua coast that looks like it's still getting rain. And if I'm not mistaken, I actually saw a patch over there on the Kona coast, too, in the maps this morning. I was mostly trying to figure out, looking at things over there, are we in the blob that's on the Hamakua coast, or are we in the yellow blob on the drought that's down here in Puna? And it's pretty borderline, but yeah, we're in drought too. It's happening. Yes, now we're going to be just like California with tropical weather. There have been no hurricanes in the eastern and central Pacific this year. It is still and calm out here. Nothing going on. No cyclonic activity. The Atlantic is so active and active so early. You begin to wonder if some of it's going to start spilling over Panama, and heading this way, coming out of the Atlantic Ocean. But anywho, it's calm out here. There's nothing going on. And as far as heat goes, it's not really hot either, so we're not having that heat wave. We're not getting the high winds and damaging storms. We really haven't gotten too much flooding. That's typical here. Somewhere, sometime it's going to flood because all the rain we get. But no, it's been pretty nice compared to what I see elsewhere on the planet. We are definitely blessed out here with some really fine weather this year. We are beginning to join the rest of the club, though, because, well, I'm going to have to start irrigating crops if this keeps up. If it doesn't start raining, I'm going to have to start using water, too. That's rare. Well, hang loose, folks. Aloha. You have a wonderful summer.